Let's watch part 3 of the ABC Afterschool special, The Late Great Me, Story of a Teenage Alcoholic.
I don't intend to put up with anything like that again. Now I want you to shape up. There'll be no more drinking. Not out, not home, not anywhere. You're too young. You can't handle this stuff. And if you're too weak to know when to quit, maybe you just shouldn't drink at all.
What you just said in there...
Forget what I said in there. I thought I brought you up to be a good kid. Jerry, why don't you come on over here and sit down? We'd like to talk to you.
Shouldn't be drinking a soda so early in the morning, you know.
Well, either you say something or I will.
Jerry, you were drunk last night.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first time you've ever been drunk, isn't it?
Oh, boy.
Jack, stop it. Does he have to be here?
He's a part of this family, too. He suffered a loss. Now, I want to know why you got drunk, whom, where, and how.
I just got drunk, that's all. Guess it's because I had too much to drink.
Oh, not that.
Jack, stop it.
All right, all right. There's no need to cry. I mean, everyone gets drunk once when they're young. But Jerry, you're too young. Now, you've had your experience, and I hope it's taught you a lesson. It's just a shame that Sophie had to die to teach you that lesson.
I'm sorry, Daddy.
I'm sorry it's not going to bring back Sophie.
Oh, what do you want?
I want you to tell the truth. They think this is the first time you ever got drunk.
I've never been drunk before in my life.
Dad, she's conning you. Liar.
Are you lying? You always believe everything he tells you. Don't you think I feel awful about Sophie? She was my friend more than she was anybody. She was the only one in this whole dumb house I could talk to. Jerry? Are you all right? I wish everybody would stop asking me that question.
Listen, when you called me last night, you sounded really weird. You didn't make any sense at all. Is Sophie really dead?
I didn't call you last night. You must have been dreaming. Sophie is dead, and it's none of your business.
Jerry, we're worried about you.
Save it!
Jerry, I want to talk to you about what happened Saturday night. I understand your problem. What problem? Your drinking problem. Look, Miss Lane, I know I was drunk Saturday night. I mean, there's no point in denying it. It was probably the most awful night of my life. And I'm sorry. But if you think I make a habit of that kind of thing, you're wrong.
Am I?
I don't go around causing a public nuisance of myself.
I'm sure. But I'm talking about your drunkenness, not your behavior. Before you say anything, I want to tell you something. I'm taking a chance telling you this. But I think there may come a time when it will be helpful for you to know it. I'm an alcoholic. A non-drinking alcoholic.
How can you be an alcoholic if you don't drink?
Because once an alcoholic, always an alcoholic. It's a disease. It can't be cured. It can be arrested, but only by not drinking. I haven't had a drink for years. But if I were to drink now, I'd get drunk again.
You're trying to tell me you think I'm an alcoholic?
You have to decide that for yourself. The signs are there. I think you may have a problem with alcohol. Not just because of Saturday night. I've watched you change all year. And I know you've come to my class high. Don't deny it, Jerry. I know what I'm talking about when it comes to drinking. I've been there.
I think you're trying to make a whole lot out of nothing.
I think I could help you. That's all. I'm giving you my home number. I want you to feel free to call.
Can I go now?
Yep. Can't anymore. I have to stop.
It's up to you.
If I hadn't been drunk Saturday night, Sophie wouldn't be dead.
Look, crazy things happen. We don't always know why. Just don't go getting drippy about it, okay?
Just watch it. See, the minute I tell you that I'll stop drinking, you get all...
It's none of my business, is it?
I just want you to know that it'll be fun to be with you, even if I don't drink.
Stop carrying on about Sophie, okay?
I loved her.
Look, there's nothing you can do about it.
Guess I do need a drink.
Jerry, are you all right? When you called me last night, you sounded really weird. You didn't make any sense at all.
Who does Carolyn think she's kidding? Never called her, did I? I can't remember. Did I call her something? You wouldn't know. Can you hear me, Sophie? I miss you.
Jerry, you all right?
What?
Are you okay?
Never felt better.
You don't remember, do you?
Remember what?
You called me night before last, early yesterday morning, about 4.
Not me, it must have been somebody else.
It was you. You were drunk. I just didn't know you were that drunk. I guess you were talking to me in a blackout.
Well, maybe I called you, maybe I didn't. Will you just leave me alone?
Jerry, what do you want me to do if you call me again?
I don't care what you do. Hang up. Change your number. Look, if you don't stop bugging me, I'm going to tell everybody you're a drunk. Hi, guys.
you're going to use a saw, young lady, you're wrong. I don't know if you're drunk, stoned, or what, but you just get out of this room. Go up to your counselor's office.
It's just too bad, potato face. My parents pay their taxes, and I got a right to that saw.
You go on up to Mr. Stanton's office, Jerry. You cannot use the equipment. Now.
Sure. You bet.
Just a minute. The school called. Now what happened?
Jerry?
Are you saying my child is an alcoholic?
She smelled like a brewery. I wasn't going to risk her losing a finger in my class.
I think we've all agreed you did the right thing, Mr. Derrick. Perhaps you'll leave us to deal with the larger matters.
You can't coddle these kids. They're drunks because they're weak.
I should tell you that Miss Lane came to me yesterday at considerable risk to herself. She told me that she's a member of Alcoholics Anonymous. Now, she's putting herself on the line for Jerry.
I want you to understand, I can't say whether anybody's an alcoholic or not. But everything I've observed about Jerry leads me to believe she has a problem with alcohol.
I know my child. If she had a drinking problem, I know about it. If she has a few drinks now and then, well, at least it's not pot. It's not hard drugs.
Alcohol is a liquid drug. And it's not a question of now and then. Jerry drinks a lot. She's getting herself in trouble. She's failing her subjects. She has blackouts and very bad hangovers. We've all seen them. And we know for a fact that she's been keeping liquor in her locker.
Is that true, Jerry?
She's exaggerating. It's all out of proportion.
This is serious. I want Jerry to promise to let Miss Lane try and help her. Then we'll let the matter go for now.
She needs to learn something about alcoholism, Mr. Peters.
How?
By talking, reading, perhaps going to some meetings.
Alcoholics Anonymous meetings?
Yes. And if you'd like to learn more, you could go to Al-Anon. That's an organization that helps the families of alcoholics.
That's out. My daughter is not an alcoholic. I don't want her associating with those kinds of people. Now, we can handle this thing at home.
That's up to you, Mr. Peters. But we'll have to keep an eye on Jerry.
Dad, most of the stuff Miss Lane said in there isn't
Jerry, let's
true.
get this thing straight. I don't intend to put up with anything like that again. Now, I want you to shape up. There'll be no more drinking. Not out, not home, not anywhere. You're too young. You can't handle this stuff. And if you're too weak to know when to quit, maybe you just shouldn't drink at all.
You just said in there.
Forget what I said in there. I thought I brought you up to be a good kid. I still think I have. Now, we'll do this thing our way. No strangers. And no alcohol. No beer, no wine, nothing. I'll tell you one thing. If you don't quit it, you will wind up with those bums in Alcoholics Anonymous. AA. You got the willpower, Jerry. Use it. Okay?
Okay. Will you help me?
just been waiting for you to ask. Tiger's milk. A lot of protein, and it'll help. It's like a milkshake. I stopped drinking when my father told me to, so I guess I'm not an alcoholic.
But do you want to stop?
No. Plenty of kids drink. I feel good when I drink. I can talk, dance. Does that make me an alcoholic?
You have to decide that for yourself.
How am I supposed to know? You're the one with all the answers.
Okay. Here are some questions that Alcoholics Anonymous asks. You want to try them?
If I answer those questions, I'll know whether or not I'm an alcoholic.
You'll have a fair idea. You afraid to find out?
Why should I be? Go ahead.
Good. Number 1. Do you lose time from work due to drinking? In your case, it would be school.
No.
You never stayed home with a hangover?
Yeah, I have.
2, is drinking making your home life unhappy?
I guess so. My parents are real upset, and my brother won't even talk to me anymore.
3, is drinking affecting your reputation?
I've never had so many friends. I mean, all the kids I hang out with drink, and I'm real popular with them. I never had a good time with other kids before.
So you're having a good time now? All your friends are boozers, and you feel good about yourself?
Well, I didn't feel good about myself before. I was real uncomfortable around other kids. Except BJ and Carol. I wanted to look like Beverly Mayer or be funny like Jill Martin, stuff like that.
A lot of kids feel that way. It's a tough age. Nobody's saying it isn't. But I'm asking you, does drinking make you feel good about yourself?
I guess not.
No. You never do. It's like drugs. It doesn't solve what's bothering you. It's an escape from it. What about your reputation with your teachers? Or with people outside your group? With older kids? With your family?
Let's just skip that one.
Okay. Number 4. Have you felt guilty about drinking?
Not because I drank. Some of the stuff I do when I drink.
Like throwing your shoes across restaurants?
That and other things. Stuff I really don't want to talk about.
Okay. We'll call that a yes, I think. 5. Do you crave a drink at a definite time daily?
No set time.
Do you want to drink the next morning?
Yes.
Do you drink alone? Have you ever had a complete loss of memory as a result of drinking?
Lots of times, you know that.
Is drinking jeopardizing your job? In your case, school? I know the answer to that. You've never been to a hospital or institution because of drinking?
Nothing like that.
It says if you've answered yes to 3 or more of these questions, you have a definite problem with alcohol.
How many did I answer yes to?
8. What do we do now? Just listen.
Hi. My name is Red. and I'm an alcoholic. And I'm really glad I'm here because I'm sober. It's funny when I look back at myself as I was and I see myself as I am now, I still don't believe it. It wasn't exactly 2 weeks. I've been drinking heavily for 5 years, but I thought I could control it. Sound like anybody you know? Hey, thank you for sharing. Thank you for coming, and keep coming. It's important. Good night.
Did you hate it a lot?
More than a lot. How often do you come to these things?
About twice a week. When I started, I went every day.
Not me. But I'm not like those people.
You get used to it, Jerry. In fact, you get so you enjoy the meetings. It helps to share your problems with other people.
I don't have that much of a problem.
I think you do. Come on.
Graveyard of the Atlantic, a region where rough seas have claimed as many as 800 ships. Among them, the famous Civil War ironclad Kanata, sank 22 miles south of the Cape.
Okay.
Bad storm, 120.
Good night.
What a drag.
I don't like this any better than you do.
All but 16 of the
I want to trust you, Teri.
were rescued in that storm. The Monitor was the Union's first ironclad ship.
Oh, it's beautiful, babe. Thank you.
Here you go. See what I got? Isn't it great? Yeah. Jerry, I thought you were on the wagon.
Look, she's got to have fun sometimes,
It's okay. I've got it under control. I only drink on weekends and special occasions.
That's right.
There you go. To the great, great me.
Hello? Yeah. Yeah, I accept the charges.
It's Jerry.
Jerry, are you all right?
I live on the highway. Help me.
Okay, just stay right there. I'll be right over. I'll be right there. You go to sleep. I'll call your parents.
Mr. Derek was right. I am weak. That's why I drink.
No, you're not. People don't drink because they're weak. You're in trouble and you've come for help. There's nothing wrong with that.
I don't know why you bother. I'm so off.
No, you're not. You are very much worth it. You are. Good night.
Is she all right?
Yeah, she's shaken up, but she's all right. Go in.
Thank you. I brought you some clothes.
Thanks.
Look at you. You're just a kid. Why do you do it? Why do you drink?
Because Dave was drinking. And I wanted him to like me. Drinking just seemed to make everything easier. But it isn't worth it. And I want to stop. I have to stop. I need help.
She's right. She needs professional help. She's got a long way ahead of her, and it's not easy. And she needs support so that the next time she wants a drink, she'll have the courage to ask for help instead.
How does a thing like this happen? She's just a kid.
I don't know. There are a lot of pressures at this age, Mr. Peters. To be popular, be pretty, be hip, get good grades. It's not easy on most kids. All we can do is be sensitive to the problems. Be there when they need us.
You can't stop. You can do it. I have to. And we'll help you.
First thing to do is get rid of Dave.
Please, Dada. I'll take care of it, okay?
Okay. I'm here if you need me.
Hey, what happened? Yeah, look, I was really worried about you last night. Never saw you like that before.
Yeah, well, it was real bad.
Yeah.
And I'm scared.
Yeah, I know.
I've got to stop drinking.
And you always say that.
No, I got to mean it this time. And, I'm afraid that, that means I got to stop seeing you, because all we do is drink together.
Hey, Jerry, come on. Who are you kidding?
When you quit, come back, okay?
Jerry, come on. Look, I told you I'm gonna quit when I'm 18. You'll see.
It's hard for me to admit, but it really isn't anybody's fault. And I know that it isn't a question of willpower. I didn't know how to tell people how I felt. I was ashamed of my feelings. I was scared to death. I'm still scared. But that's okay. I think. Drinking doesn't make me feel good or terrific anymore. It just makes me feel guilty and awful. I guess there is no great me. It's just me. I hope it's enough.
Tonight at 8, 7 Central and Mountain, family fun and adventure with a little boy with a nose that grows on Pinocchio's Christmas, an all-new holiday special. Saturday on Breaking Away, a beautiful co-ed lures Mike onto a fraternity football team and almost ruins the lifelong friendship of the four buddies. Saturday on ABC.